Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm Kel McDonald. We are going to continue our journeys in Faerun. We got a prison break to do. Hi Steph. Before we fight Minthera, we're gonna talk to Discipline Zero.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Everyone.
I don't know why she didn't go all the way upstairs.
That nobody passes.
She's usually upstairs.
Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. A pool of warmth spreads through your mind as she settles on the memory of you commanding the goblins to die.
Oh, I like you. That was inventive and efficient.
A child could have done it. And enjoyable. Got any more minions to punish?
Plenty. But I hoped someone of your talents would be more ambitious. You came here to answer the Absolute's call. Let's see what you're made of.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
Let's see. We're gonna show her Dirty Dreams of Astarion. Oh, that's no good. Gotta re-roll that. There we go. Best at talking.
My.
Astarion approves of us showing off how hot he is.
I'd like to take a bite out of him myself. With the Absolute, your fantasies can become more real than flesh. The pleasures of the mind can surpass those of the body. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted.
Everything? What exactly do you want?
To take without asking, to feel without doubting, and to kill without consequence. In a word, freedom.
Freedom, your only purpose is to serve Ketherick in the Absolute.
I choose to serve, and I'm glad to. Your words are dangerously close to heresy, true soul.
My words were to test your faith. I, too, am glad to serve. Don't you aspire to rule rather than serve?
Of course. And when Baldur's Gate falls, it won't be long until those that serve General Thorm well will rule the Sword Coast alongside him. You can be among them. I have a mission that will earn you the General's favor.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
What do I need to do?
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home.
What if Balthazar's dead?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters. It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
Best at talking.
I am in awe of the power the relic must hold to be of such importance. General Thorm will not leave Moonrise without it. Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share my secret stash with you. And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
Okay, good. Now she's going upstairs. So this conversation was supposed to happen over here, basically. But good, I'm glad that she went elsewhere. I talk to this lady now.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
How is one chosen to ascend?
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Your tadpole grasps at nothing. She carries no parasite. But you've spent too long reading people not to see what's behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference.
As you see, true soul, there is so much more for you to learn.
Not the best at psychic talking. She does not like our psychic talking.
I have my duties, true soul. I'm sure Disciples Rel has given you yours.
She's giving us attitude. She got her skeleton buddies. Do they talk?
Wide, gaping sockets that see nothing. And still they seem to watch you. The eye focuses on you, taking in every detail of your appearance. A spark glows within the heart of the construct. Someone or something watches you from beyond.
We are gonna steal this painting. I guess it's not stealing because it's not in red. These are, I guess, just free to take.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
For any true soul. At least they're sharing their library. They may be evil, but they're encouraging reading.
Open up.
Marcus, I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are. I trust you shall make good use of them. You have a golden opportunity to please the general. Do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor will prove difficult since the harvesting, but I am afforded the opportunity. I shall pass along your gratitude. B. More paintings to steal. Getting all these cool books.
You can pass. In the name of the salute.
Yeah. Appendage harvesting. Great. I'm sure that was done humanely and okay, now these are stealable. All right.
Here goes nothing.
Look at all the blood. It's Durge's favorite thing. It's a heart. He loves hearts.
Greetings.
Look at this, it's a leg. And a torso.
That's curious.
This is the log of the work of one Baldur Necromancer, Cress's bone daughter, dated 10 days ago. After the state of the fallen one was in, I never expected Caressa would be able to save it. I was hoping the usurped thing would die. That's what it would have wanted. It's not as if Caressa studying it is going to prove much. It was damaged in the attack far beyond what a mere tadpole can do. But she seems to have found the foul creature and let her play with it. Another journal entry seems to be written in the log dated 10 days later. I should not have, in hindsight, let Caressa keep her pet. Ever since it was shipped onto the Nautiloid to be deployed, she's been inconsolable. It won't survive out there. It needs me. It isn't like the others. The feral thing will make a fine warrior for the Absolute, and now my best assistant is distracted thinking about it. Pa, she'll come to heal again soon. That's about Durge.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Alright, let's go.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon of Velaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could Orpheus really be alive, do you think?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Kithraki.
Who is the great red dragon Ithamal of the story?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons and that Vlaakith the First would preside as Queen of the Githyanki. The Felaman remains the Queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves.
So Vlaakith is fucking a dragon. Got it.
Anything more?
So we can't take it? Okay, yeah.
This Gith slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince.
Karlach's dancing.
Greetings.
Copper for your thoughts.
Okay, no one has anything to say about the murder bedroom. This guy needs to keep better care of his food. Astarion, we need you.
Let's crack it open.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Cool. You have a cool cloak now. Goblin troops, though crude and a bit dim, are valuable because they are adaptable and can be fitted into a number of different military roles, excelling as archery skirmishers and warg cavalry scouts. If rigorously drilled, some can function as disciplined phalanx armed with half-pikes, and even the ones who can't be trained to march in step can serve as prime catapult fodder. The key to recruiting is a tribe of goblins is their profound respect of their priests, who lead the tribe member to worship the all-conquering Mugablit, however you say that. Therefore, all the high priestess of the 7 tribes of the Southward Sword Coast be invited to the Grand Council, a feast where they will be well-fed, well-fatted, well-lubricated with jugs of plunk laced with a mild paralytic. The priests will awaken with new guests in their crania to be led into docile devotion of the new greater god than, however that's said, the absolute. And trust me, where the priests go, the warriors will follow. Advisor Balthazar. So he is the reason why Priestess Glut was recruited as a true soul. He's a smart guy, this bloodhouse guy.
Vast world out there. I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really. What's inside?
This guy sure likes bones. You look another
More
heart.
for me.
Note, install a drain beneath the library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep into the flagstone. It will rust the spikes. Besides, a line slashed through above the same hand is fresh ink. Disregard. The smell gives me sweet dreams. Okay, time to load up Wazel with stuff that we do not need. Okay, we read that one. The Grimford region is an important choke point, as is control access to Moonrise, the towers via the Underdark, but the Grimforge is occupied by Duergar Bitterroot clan. Though not numerous, these Duergar are a band of tough combatants and could prove inconvenient obstacles should they need to move military assets through the region. The Duergar must be neutralized. Accordingly, let a team of Orin's crack doppelgangers assassins be assigned to the task of killing King Gurdon, the monarch of the Bitterroot clan. After the assassination, the team is to gather Gurdon's head, especially his crown, and therefore ensure that both are hurled into the fathomless depths. The Bitterroots, unable to crown a new king, will fracture into crawling subclasses, the leaders of which can be one by one tadpole. Disciple Drell on behalf of Kefforn. Cool, so that's why the Duergar were recruited. Investigation notes. A fresh lead has been volunteered by one of the guests of the dungeon. Praise Lady Shar for the inspiration. Okay, we have read that one already. Note to self. You got this, Racha. You're gonna be the bestest true soul there ever was. All you gotta do is trust Minthera, listen to the Absolute, do as she says. Then, when you get your audience, and you'll be properly rewarded, don't go listening to them fakers like Dren. Dren doesn't hear shit. The recent dismemberment of Agent Mabas True Soul 26 by Lord Harold's Guard as the Ringforge stronghold is clear indication that our strategy of co-opting the orcs of the Trahilla tribe need to be adjusted. Sending a herald to talk was regarded as evidence of weakness, so we must assume an attitude of dominance in our next attempt. The true soul among us who best understands orcish customs is undoubtedly Sir Vaxnobra. He shall be sent, backed up by a pair of ogres, to deliver a direct personal challenge to Lord Harold, using an excuse of the dismemberment of Mahos. Yax is to defeat Harold and then force him to swear fealty to the Absolute. In return, we shall back Harold in a conquest and alliance with the other true Turlex tribes. Okay. I do like that we're seeing how they're like, we're gonna tadpole these people one by one. Dictated to scribe Giannis by General Ketheric Thorn. Druids meddling and meddlesome. I have a history with them that makes me wary of underestimating them. They will certainly not be welcome the rise of the Absolute in their vicinity, and could become a significant obstacle if we don't find a way to take them out of play. I speak here for starters of the Emerald Grove and of the Cloakwood Circle. They cannot easily be defeated without significant diversion of resources, but they can perhaps be neutralized from within. Druids, by their very nature, do not smile. Giannis value the balance of natural forces over the welfare of humanity in general, and in the extreme of this is expressed by a faction historically known as Shadow Druids, who favor complete separation of the circles from what they regard as civilization. We shall identify the current leader of the Shadow Druids and cultivate them with gifts while intimidating them with threats. This will encourage them to see that the wisest, most prudent course for the Druid circles is to stand neutral as the armies of the Absolute march on the blighted cities of civilization. Disciples shall select an appropriate agent to parley with the Shadow Druid leaders and eventually shall be infected with tadpoles. So they also are the ones who sent the Shadow Druids to try to get what's-her-name to turn tail and run. We're learning so much from this guy's library. He has all their documents. Engren, a scholar, excommunicated from the Church of Denner for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her God's Annual of Lost Hidden Knowledge. Despite their protestations to the contrary, it takes no keen eye to see the echoes of Bainite philosophy in modern Zenorum practices. A strict militaristic hierarchy where all the power flows from the top. Who occupies that position today is the master of some spectacle, for the Black Network leader has thought destroyed along with the headquarters and Zentril in the following decades. However, a new base of power has begun to consolidate in the fortress of Darkhold, far to the south. At its center stands Perdagast, an enigmatic armored figure who the Zentrum's rebirth is almost single-handedly attributed to. Whoever their leader is, it is clear the new Zentrum have not abandoned the plan of domination so much as recalculated their approach. Where once their forces was on subversion and conquest of nations, the network of today is much more connected in the establishing their stranglehold on the market, a power which crosses borders that are closed from conventional forces. Attention acolytes. Reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to the chamber for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. While the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any requests to borrow them must be given to me in advance and are likely to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tomes on the subject here. They are inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word can provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind, though if you choose death, I will ensure you serve her still. What brains?
Anything of use? Something over there.
We're not done stealing all his other stuff. More notes from Balthazar. Any works from Mokoranhim must catch up on current events. No volo, better a century of ignorance. Hind vellum holds ink like no other, could harvest from acolyte. No copy of Swift and Sudden Death in the library, color volume badly scorched. That is a hint about, he's booby-trapped this, trap door. So if you pull out the poison gas comes out. If you pull out, the sudden death, it gets burnt. You get hit by fire. This creative guy.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Okay.
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Nethery's magic. So where did that magic come
A
from?
goblet filled with the mutilated corpses of illithid parasites. Whatever ungodly experiments were performed on them likely killed them.
We're gonna talk to Gale. We're gonna look at that later. Astarion, we
Keep your
need
distance,
you.
darling.
Pick this lock.
Everything is clear. Maybe I need more pockets.
Research notes. I have redirected some of the materials from beneath the tower. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the general prefers no more of his family's crypt to be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. The temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the general's invulnerability depends on it. I'm sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move to Baldur's Gate at last.
This night song sounds like the source of Ketheric's immortality.
Curious name. It sounds more like a bird than a font of power.
If we find it, we might turn it against him.
First, we have to find it. And I suspect he keeps it very, very well hidden.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
No, I wanted to see if you had any opinions. Alright, Karlach, Will, and Lae'zel.
Indolence breeds madness.
You can wait out here.
Without delay.
Defender of the people. Best foot forward.
Hey, good looking. Moving it.
Must lug my guts through this hell.
Alright.
Carved into the bench's rotted surface are strange, half-faded sigils. A magic circle of some kind, thick with darkness and decay.
A ritual circle. And a complex one at that. I've seen such a construction before in the writings of the Weave Pasha Raven, though his vision was not so tainted.
What's its purpose?
The sigils are written in a curious mix of tongues. Ancient Kalashite, Netherese, something else I can't quite make out. If I'm reading it correctly, it was used in the creation of moon lanterns. It's been mostly drained, but even now contains a powerful dose of shadow weave. The discarded pixie corpses might still contain enough essence. With one of the broken lantern casements... Yes, I think I'll be able to craft one more lantern. And with a slight modification of the casting gesture, it might be able to wield the shadows instead of repelling them. Though, Mistra's eyes may be upon me. She'd forbid me dabbling with such magic. She'd want it destroyed. Wasted, arguably.
Forget what Mistra wants. Think about yourself and what Lady Shah's power could do for you, Gale. Make the lantern. Spread her will.
So, Steph, which god should we go with? Mistra or Shar? They both suck so much. Yeah, Shar is the goddess of darkness and suffering. Well, Gale said he's gonna make a lantern that's gonna control the shadows. And since the shadows are hers, it makes sense. I do know that if Gale gets rid of it, he gets a blessing from Mystra till the next long rest. And if we use it to make the lantern, we can summon a shadow monster. But only while we're in Act 2. We can also just let Gale do what he wants. I have not actually gotten the shadow monster. I assume it's one of the ones that we killed when we were saving Roland. So I don't think they're that useful. Yeah, let's let Gale pick.
Very well. Stand back, if you please.
It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether.
Not bad for a wizard who slept through his Kalashite lessons, eh?
And talk to Gale.
Did you feel that? If I wasn't surrounded on all sides by the darkness of the Shadow Curse lands, I'd think it was Mystra herself brushing against my skin.
She's not speaking to you, Gale. I doubt she's come to stroke you. Give your arm a stroke. I'm gonna say ask if Mystra can.
The curse that afflicts the land appears to be a manifestation of an incredible amount of dark magic. The sword manifested through the Shadow Weave, and is an altogether different form of magic, drawn from the negative spaces left in the Weave's wake. It's Shah's domain, not Mistress. I'm surprised she would risk making contact here, however briefly. She's left some tiny part of herself to watch over me, I think. A boon to help us reach the heart of the Absolute in one piece.
Unless the boon saves you from detonating the orb, it hardly seems worth it. Ignore her, Gale. She's trying to manipulate you to convince you to do what she asked.
To detonate the orb, you mean? Might be onto something there. Though Mistra's intelligent enough not to resort to such overt manipulation.
Oh!
Perhaps I'm overthinking things. A blessing's a blessing, and this one should come in most useful.
Okay. So we got everything there. Now we can pick up the dead pixie.
Broken moon lantern catches your eye. Its glow now snuffed out.
You can't pick it up. Oh, there's two.
Broken moon lantern.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Picking up. Okay, I think we got everything. Goblet of dead tadpoles. Yeah, we got everything. Gil has a little halo on because Mystra loves him again. My dark goddess, when I lost my daughter, I learned my purpose. My dark goddess, when I learned my purpose, I gathered my flock. My dark goddess, when the flock is full, I punish the wicked. My dark goddess, when the wicked struggle, I struck them down. My dark goddess, I am yours. Okay, we're gonna come back to that room later. Hey, look at that, intestines.
Let's have a look. Don't mind if I do.
Stealing all their stuff. What do you have to say?
Stepwise around the disciple. I've seen her do some dark things in this room.
I'd stick to your own provisions. I've got gnolls working the kitchens here.
Hello, world.
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Z'rell.
Okay, so we waited to talk to this guy until after we got Zell to yay us.
You hear her?
With many hearts. Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me at Here You Are. Karlak, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Karlak, who's Flo?
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, or where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me.
Is she a threat?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while.
It's okay that you had friends.
The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? Those could come in handy.
Alright.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your flow did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. You want the coins or not? First coin's got the soul of a woman named Maveri. She was born to a cruel mother and a violent father and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Maveri. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
Next coin.
This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Next coin.
Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand. Better hope you can handle what I've got. If you have coin, then show it. Took a liking to you, did she? Watch yourself. She breaks her toys once she's done with them.
Hot.
Get moving, will you? You seek arms. I seek a warrior worthy to bear them.
To mock me is to beg for death.
Ha! Bark, bark, like a warg pup you are. The Absolute needs warriors for her crusade. But I see only weaklings in this place.
You want a warrior? Here I am.
Prove it! Who's singing your name?
If your summon's strong enough, I'll tell you how I lost my eye. Dor Ragzin isn't because I ripped his camp apart. You'll be shrieking my name for asking inane questions. I mainly do the let's see. Nobody sings my name. I don't leave any witnesses. I like that one.
Looks like there's bite in you yet. Want anything from my stash? You pay less than the rest.
We get a discount because we're cool. Yep, murder discount. Look at all these hearts I have to sell. And intestines. I'm sure you want to buy these intestines. And this dead pixie. And this dead pixie. Really all the garbage that we got from Bloody Room. Where's Lisa? Oh, she's probably at the bottom. There we go. He also does not have the potion we want.
slaughter well, true soul.
Your family will answer. Eventually.
Okay, it is now time to steal some shit.
I applaud your taste.
Just like times. What can we rescue? Thank you. What a generous pocket. So, don't mind if I do. A quick profit.
Sneaky time didn't go that well. I forgot to put guidance on him.
Brothers, sister, pray with me while we wait.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
For now.
Yes, you did. She gives them to you fully formed. Can you hear?
Many hearts, one soul.
Sharp as
Of
ever.
many thoughts, one mind.
Well, hello. On tippy toes. Don't look now. Almost too easy. A little souvenir. Pleasant oblivious. You're coming with me. Delightful. Not even a challenge. Quick and easy. Like
adventure awaits.
Onward then.
Eager for battle. One true way.
Defender of the people.
Assume nothing. Proceeding.
Minthera is still locked in the towers. I'm hardly fond of her, but she might be of use.
Two steps at a time.
I'd love to, thanks. While I'm at it.
Never wanted the easy path.
All right.
Where to?
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. How much further can I go?
Over there.
Which way to the nearest library? It shall be done.
I'm ready. I'll see what I can learn. No time for Danny.
indolence breeds madness.
Just focus on the glory to come, yeah? Absolute's picking a fight with the whole.
Best foot forward. Time for a chat.
Don't be shy. Let's go.
Nothing hurts anymore.
Over here.
You have my attention. Let's chat. That way.
At least things have stayed interesting.
We have successfully robbed. Our boyfriend's the best at stealing. Not talk to them?
I've got the novices in hand, true soul.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp, true soul. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre.
Can we take this painting? We can.
Don't mind Mig and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
You're being so mean.
Hush. Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Something in the walls? What is it?
Big. In walls above. Maybe. Whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mig banned. Not allowed to pet gnolls. You find meat? You share.
Poor Mig. Everyone's making fun of her. They won't let her pet the doggies. How rude of these people. Meg just wants to pet the gnolls. Do I have talk with animals on? I do. We have a cat to talk to.
Yours is a face I shred in my dreams. One who kicked the steel claw as if I was some stray. I am a champion hunter. When I lick my pelt, I taste blood. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
What do you mean I kicked you? We never met.
The Deathwalker passed through here before. I know your scent. All was silent before you, but I dared to snarl. You skulked like you owned the place, trespassing on my domain.
Don't delve into past horrors. Ask about the tadpoles.
I will split and burst their every skin. I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards. Do not mock me, braggart. Not every murderer has opposable thumbs. We cannot all create. I can only destroy! Now I must return to my prey. It has been too long since it felt the bite of fear.
She's great. Great cat. Oh, we don't want to talk to her yet. Okay. Here are the gnolls. Here's a fun thing.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you?
Barnabas?
I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
Those are beasts, plain and simple. I thought the Absolute selects us all as we are. You actually stood before the Absolute. Heartwarming. Gnolls are beasts, plain and simple.
Oh, the good is buried deeper in some, that is true. But she will always find it. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
How about a dance?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Barnabas?
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
talked about this.
We're gonna free the doggies. Nope, we gotta re-roll that. There we go. Everyone approves of me freeing the dogs.
Beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No. Barnabas, darling. No!
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. To your surprise, instead of ravishing you, he grovels with a howl of pining awe.
Many times.
I'm back. Why have we met? We're gonna talk to them. They're our buddies. Or maybe they won't talk to us. Yeah, they just make dog noises. Alright, time to steal everything in the kitchen.
Always room for more.
Why do they have so much rotten food? This is supposed to be their base of operations.
What's in here?
I like that because Barnabas is our friend, they do not care that we're stealing everything. The guy did say that the food here was bad. I guess it is because everything's rotten. Nope, that is outside camera. Okay, we got everything from the kitchen. Now we'll save Minthera.
Don't get too close to the prisoners. They're desperate enough to try anything.
Do I know you, True Soul? Feels like we met before. Maybe in a previous life. You ought to be kinder, you know, to them prisoners,
Be a dear and strike me deaf. Our guests are especially sobby today.
Yeah, how dare they be sad?
You were adored, Minthera. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
The drow reaches out to you psychically, connecting with you for a moment. She is infected like you, and her mind is disintegrating.
Come to observe, True Soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again.
What are you doing to her?
We are erasing her.
I've been instructed to handle the prisoner myself. Best at talking.
No, this is our duty.
Peace, sister. Let us observe the True Soul's methods. Perhaps we can learn from them. Her mind is yours. Break it.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. a psionic storm with Minthera at its center.
Cannot hide, submit, embrace.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
So it is you who will end me. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice.
I have a plan. Fake obedience, and the guards will leave without raising alarm.
I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. But I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice. I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
Because I reshaped her. If it is breaking you desire, I can snap you like a twig. I'm gonna say that one.
No. My sister only meant to compliment your delicate work.
Indeed. Seems I have a bit to learn yet. We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live.
Let's go. You can plot your revenge once we're free.
Prudent. Let us go, then. I will be your mute and faithful slave. For now.
Alright. Okay, everybody has Long Strider on except for Minthera. We are now going to turn on this. You do not have invisibility.
Your desire.
What about you? There it is. Nope, that's illusion. Where's invisibility? Looks like you do not have it, Gale.
My faith will guide me.
You have it. Here we go. Okay.
What to do?
Actually, who's the closest to the door? Well, we'll have Will go first.
Where am I needed?
It is impossible to keep a garment clean down here.
You'll find it all the harder once we're off on the march.
Keeping pace.
If you think I'm walking all the way to Baldur, you don't know me at all.
Making me sweat. Me?
Fresh orders?
Wits and blades always sharp. I must keep going.
Enough waiting.
waiting. I crave blood. I will be heard. Onward.
Within reach.
Enjoy the view. This feels like it stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day. If this place ever is.
Everywhere.
Moving out.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers. Need to find a way forward.
Someone there? Moving. Hello, chum.
No rest for the wicked, I see. On my way.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Let's get going. Have I been this way before?
Keep a blade close. Yes, let's.
Charmed, I'm sure. Certainly.
Onward.
Blackets will be done.
Awaiting orders. If I must.
Eager for battle. Objective noted.
the pride of the gate. Time for a chat. Ever onward.
What a charmer. Karlach incoming. Saddle up.
By my oath. Quick march.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
Let everyone else jump over here. We have a Minthera. We got our lady. We also have a new tadpole.
Don't touch me.
Ah, excellent choice.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
It's always a pleasure to see you sauntering over.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
There we go. There's Minthera.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind.
Some in this cult have broken mind too. We're going to break them back.
Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them. Starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear.
Any suggestions on how we kill an invulnerable man?
All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
Of course, you're a valuable ally.
Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come. Farewell.
We gotta up our party.
You wish to consult me? Good. I do not like to stand idle. I am listening.
I love her. She's great. Look at that underpants. actually realized because I have a mod, I need to respec her into paladin again. One of my mods is that paladins have gods, but because that is not the default, she does not have a god at the moment.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services. As thou desires.
She got her god back. Alright. You got your spider god. Let's level you up.
What's the story?
You need my expertise.
is ash and meat.
Salutations.
What's next?
One with the weave.
The pride of the gate.
Soldier.
Who's next?
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
What now?
Hmm? Damn, it's good to be alive.
There's no time to waste.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
How delicious.
A hero at heart.
Action, not reaction.
Careful, I might.
No one stopped me yet.
There can be no respite.
pride of the gate.
Lost in thought.
A long way to go still.
Where am I needed?
Don't burn yourself. At your command.
What's going on?
Alright, we got everyone geared up. It is 10:30, so I'm going to end it there. We will hear everyone's opinions about Minthera and vice versa next week. And we'll explore the Shadowlands some more. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, it looks like Shadowheart has too much shit. Lizelle, you're on deck to hold shit. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, everybody.